Alright guys, today we're going to learn how to import your Excel, your survey data into R, and it's going to start out looking something like this. As you guys all recognize, you got all your variables, and first got to enable editing. Alright then, there are two ways to do it. The first way is to do it in a text file, which is your simple notepad. So, I'm going to go to Notepad, ignore this, I have a new one. This blank notepad right here, and then you're going to go back to your Excel. You're going to grab not both of these, but you're going to grab this row, your variable labels, all the way to the end. Leave your media mode out of it. You're going to copy. You're going to go back to your blank notepad, and you're going to paste that in. It's going to look exactly like this. Ta-da! Next thing you want to do is you want to save this notepad. Save it to the desktop. It's the easiest place to get to. So then you're going to save it as results 1 or whatever you want to name it. Save. Then we're going to go over to R. Now with R, you can either write in this section, which will immediately do the commands, or you can write up here in your script where it allows you to kind of play with it as kind of editing. So I'm going to do it up in the script up here. So how you import a text file is you do this function called read.delim. That's the start. That's the function name. Open parentheses, and R will automatically give you an ending parentheses. Now, the tricky part is that once you've done that, you have to put in the exact file location of your results. So you're going to go to your results on your desktop. It's right there. And you go to Properties. And you see this location right here. I'm going to highlight this right here because this is where it is on my computer. You're going to copy this and paste it right between the parentheses. Now, funny thing about R is that your computer likes to put your parentheses one way, but you have to switch them. So we're going to go through and switch the direction. And then you got to put one more after your desktop. You go back to results 1. You want to copy the name so you get it exactly right. Paste it in and add a .text because it's a text file. One more thing I forgot to do is that you have to put quotation marks around it. And this should bring you your file. And then you hit run right here. And as you can see down here, it has read the file. That's one way. Now, an easy way to store it is now that you know you have the right code to import it, you can call it, you can label it, you can make a new file with it. So you make an arrow. Oops, it deleted it. There we go. Back to it. Alright, we can make an arrow. And you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to call mine Steve. So, then run, and you can see now we have Steve over here, which is your data set. Ta-da! And that is the text way of importing your data. Now, we can do a different way, and this is called the .csv method. And how you do it is you go back to your Excel, you go to Save As, and you have to make sure you're on the tab of your data that you want to carry over, because CSV can only take one tab. So what you do is you're going to give it results 2, give it a new name. We're going to make sure it's going to the desktop, and we're going to go down to here to the Save As type, and we're going to call it down, I lost it, CSV, comma delimited, right here. Save it to desktop, and it's going to give you all these errors. You don't need to worry about it. Hit OK and yes, and it should be saved. So then you go to Minimize that, and you can see it right here. Go back to R, and we're going to call this one Fred. And we're going to give Fred an arrow. File, as you can get, read.csv. It's telling it to read a CSV file. Parentheses again. This time we're going to get quotation marks early. And same deal, just grabbing the location, pasting it in, changing your slashes, adding results, and don't forget your .csv because it's a CSV file, and that should do it. And now we have Fred over here. Fred has more objects because in your CSV file we also added the mean, median, and mode. You can delete those if you want. It's really not going to affect things too badly. So then, now we have that. We can view Fred or Steve and do whatever we want with them. That was the first lesson on using R, and hopefully many more. Thank you.